Welcome to Federal-Mogul Special Products, the home of Ferodo motorcycle. The idea of this video is to give you an insight of the history, manufacturing and strength of the Ferodo motorcycle brand. Enjoy it!
Motorsport has always provided the ideal testbed for new developments. Ferodo's links with motorsport go back many years, with hundreds of Formula One and motorcycle races being won using Ferodo brake pads and linings. This amazing pedigree has led Ferodo to be justifiably known as the first name in brakes. The source of our now long-established pedigree first rose in the UK back in the 1890s, when Herbert Frood pioneered the first woven brakes for horse-drawn carts. As the new car industry started to flourish, he then took up the challenge of developing new materials for brake linings needed by the ever-popular motor vehicle. And it wasn't long before his brand and range of products soon came to epitomize quality and excellence in braking performance. But Herbert Frood wasn't content with making products solely for the car industry, and was soon exploring the potential of all forms of powered land travel. And over 100 years later, Ferodo manufacture brake pads and linings for cars, trucks, bikes and trains worldwide. In 1998, Ferodo became part of the American automotive giant, the Federal-Mogul Corporation, specializing in the design, production and supply of original equipment to car and motorcycle manufacturers and the aftermarket sector. This led to an important restructuring of Ferodo's motorcycle division and the creation of a specialized center in Mondovi, dealing with everything from concept, research and manufacture through to global distribution.
Here we are in Mondovi, Federal-Mogul's Center of Excellence for motorcycle products. Our world-leading research and development team work closely with major manufacturers to develop not only groundbreaking friction materials for original equipment, but also to carry this technology and highest quality control forward into our aftermarket program.
The first step in the creation of any brake pad is design. Following extensive consultation with the motorcycle manufacturer and having developed a pad specification, our highly skilled design team sets to the task of creating the desired product. Their knowledge of product application, braking compounds, mix formulae and engineering techniques is invaluable to meeting the challenge, and often exceeding the manufacturer's expectations. All dimensions and characteristics are meticulously checked before the prototype pads are made and sent for intensive testing.
This is one of the largest dynamometers in Europe. It has the ability to simulate the brake system of a high-speed train fully laden with passengers. Its awesome capabilities are one example of the tools we have in this R&D centre. To tell us more, here is the director of the R&D centre, Adelphio Zanar.
In this research and test center, we take a brake pad from a concept to a proven product. We can simulate any test on any vehicle, from a train to a mountain bike.
Ferodo has been at the leading edge of friction technology for more than a century. Before any new or innovative Ferodo product goes into service, it is tested and tested again to achieve the criteria set by original equipment manufacturers. Consistent reliability demands stringent testing. Even a product designed for use on a street bike will be subjected to a racetrack simulation to ensure it performs perfectly under the most extreme conditions. Computer-controlled dynamometer programs simulate test schedules. These are often provided by the motorcycle manufacturer to guarantee the material works effectively for the exact application. Sensors monitor pad temperature, vibration, wear, and many other parameters. Any modifications can then be highlighted, addressed, and rectified before retesting. Only when test results prove that every detail of the manufacturer's specification has been met or exceeded can production begin.
This is our state-of-the-art production line, where we're going to take a look at our two types of brake pad technology manufacturing, organic and sintered.
To conform with the high specification demanded by the world's major motorcycle manufacturers, quality checks are made on all incoming materials to ISO 9001 accreditation. The Kanban system is used to record and reorder materials from suppliers, ensuring that all batches are instantly traceable. This information is made available to brake system manufacturers to provide proof of our maintained high-quality production. Our organic production employs a process using patented zinc alloy coated plates, unlike other aftermarket products which use a painted backplate. The zinc alloy stops corrosion of the backplate in the caliper, preventing it adhering to the piston, a problem common to paint-coated plates. The backplates are first passed through a machine where they're shot blasted on one side with cast iron grit. This removes any grease or dirt accumulated during the production process, leaving one side completely clean for the spray application of the Ferodo patented special adhesive. All plates are batch tested to check for the correct surface coarseness and quantity of adhesive coverage. At the same time, the mix formula for this product is downloaded into the latest computer-controlled batch mixing plant. The dry ingredients are added to the hopper and individually weighed to an accuracy of plus or minus 0.5% of the pre-programmed setting. Any mixed formula typically consists of 50 or more ingredients for optimum task performance. The recipe is then transported pneumatically from the weigher to silos before being loaded into the mixer. It is then thoroughly mixed to guarantee consistency through the batch. All resins and rubber liquids are added automatically. Our dedicated on-site laboratories take samples from every mix, constantly checking density and volatile levels before assigning a quality control approval certificate, required before any mixture can progress into production. The plates and friction material now come together. This is achieved using our patented vulcanization pressing system, a process validated as OE standard and is almost fully automated. After loading the spray-glued backplates onto the press feed conveyor, they proceed to the pressing head. They are held by the press head and driven downwards onto the dies. These are filled with the correct quantity of mixed formula and pressed at high pressure, making a firm bonding to the backplate. The head retracts and the formed brake pads advance to the exit conveyor. The die is then cleaned in preparation for the next pressing. The pads are then cured in a high-temperature oven. Up to this point, all pads have followed the exact same process. It is only now the products are separated for marking either as original equipment or aftermarket. Both are marked with a batch number for trackability and then packed accordingly. This flexible production process allows for a very short lead time of only 31 minutes for the manufacture of any pad. Products in the organic offering range from scooter, designed as OE for today's high-performance scooters where safety is the priority. Platinum, the #1 performing compound for high-performance road use, incorporating technology gained from Ferodo's World Racing Program. DRC 393. DRC, or Dirt Racing Compound, offers benefits perfectly suited for competitive off-road use by professionals, ideal for dry or desert conditions. CP 911, the world champion. From the demands of the Isle of Man TT to the circuits of World Superbike, our organic racing pad has provided the performance and modulation required by the world's best riders. Sintered pad manufacture. Our unique process adopts the same rigorous materials quality and production checking as our organic range. But unlike the organic products, the varied backplates are coated with copper, which will bond with the all-metal mixture. The compound consists of metal powders, abrasives and lubricants, automatically mixed until homogeneous. It is batch checked for any signs of loose density before being dispensed into containers at plus or minus 0.5% of the predefined weight. The dies are then prepared with the copper backplates positioned at the base. The mix is then dosed into the cavities. Prepared dies travel to the oven where sintering takes place. This process involves the die being pressed at high temperature in a vacuum with inert gas, causing a diffusion of metals between the copper of the backplate and the powders in the friction material. Dies are then allowed to cool before the finishing process, which involves slotting and grinding to the desired pad depth. Pads are then stenciled with a batch number and the OE quality mark. Products in the sintered range are Sinter Grip Road, the world leader in sinter technology. This road compound is for the rider who requires the best that money can buy. Sinter Grip Off-Road, the new world leader for ultimate off-road performance. This full metal compound gives maximum response in both wet and dry conditions. All organic and sintered products undergo final OE inspection checks, an extensive examination covering dimensions, shear strength, crouse testing, and pad hardness. Consistent quality products produced to the same exacting standards as demanded for original equipment and fitted by the world's leading vehicle manufacturers. Ferodo's market-leading quality products and cutting-edge technology would not be possible without knowledge gained by working at the pinnacle of performance in motorcycle racing. World Superbike.
Welcome to Silverstone, the UK round of the World Superbike and World Supersport Championship. Ferodo Racing is one of the main sponsors of World Superbike. We're also a technical sponsor, providing on-track engineers who work with the leading teams to develop products that give them the advantage on the racetrack.
Working closely with these teams allows Ferodo to gather vital race data from onboard computers as bikes are tested during practice sessions. This live telemetry is fed from many sensors on the bikes out on the circuit to our computers back in the garages. Alternatively, this information can be downloaded after the test run. This information is collated and analysed by the engineers, enabling them to assess exactly how well the braking systems and individual parts are performing at every stage of the circuit. Information can then be fed back to the teams so systems can be optimised to maximum advantage.
Ferodo and Honda have worked together for very many years now, even back into the days when I was a rider. And currently today we're still working very closely with Ferodo on the development of pads and equipment to take us one day to a World Championship, also in the very near future.
Specially designed brake pads and large braking systems are used in both Superbike and Grand Prix racing. However, in the domain of World Supersport, the machines are restricted to the braking system as supplied for the street bike. The demands made on these systems by the world-class riders are tremendous, and it's the all-important data collected by Ferodo at race circuits that means we can develop the ultimate in friction materials for the world supersport bikes. Data from races is also investigated further by the research and development team back at Mondovi. It is fed into the dynamometer computers, enabling an exact simulation of lap runs under laboratory conditions, giving deeper analysis of the product. The knowledge gained from this research naturally finds its way into the complete range of products offered by Ferodo. A range of products second to none for original equipment and aftermarket. A world-beating brand with over 100 years' experience from a global corporation and in partnership with leading motorcycle manufacturers. This is the pedigree that has led to Ferodo's justifiable position as the first name in brakes.